Hi, this is Brian and Sharon, May 30th, 2020, doing hive inspections. We're going to take a peek at hive number 2. We're still feeding them, so I've gone ahead and taken off the feed. Now I'll pop the inner cover and we'll see what they look like today. Got that one glued down pretty well. A lot of bees up top. I've got the notch down on the inner cover, so that gives them the ability to have that second entrance. We'll run through these quickly to see where we stand. Last week we added some boxes, so this week we'll see if they've taken to this. So they've started building out there. Nothing on this side. And I have a squirt bottle of 1-to-1 sugar water, and so I'll just put some sugar water on that frame. Encourage them to come check it out. It's got a little honeybee healthy, so that may draw their interest. All right. Nothing there. Let's look at this in the center. They're building. So this is the top box, box number 5, and they're starting to build out comb. So this is one of those where I had cut it out from last year when we were extracting honey, and as you can see, they're now building in that traditional shape, new comb. And we'll compare that with this frame where they're building this out on foundation. So the foundation gives them the size and, you know, sort of the plan to try to help them build it straight versus doing something crazy. Let's see, I think there's another couple with plastic foundation. Do a little sugar water on there. Spraying the bees, but it won't hurt them. They'll just clean each other and get the sugar water off. But might entice them to build out these frames. About out of sugar water, so. Okay. Let's get that box back together. So they're building out box number 5, no brood. Set that off. And see, it's a lot quieter than hive number 1. They're still not liking me when I approach it with the hive tube. Not a lot of noise yet. Building new wax. This is where we had that hole carved out where the mice had been in there. And I got that one almost renovated, almost back up to speed. So they are in wax building mode. Here's another foundationless frame, standard for a teardrop. As they're building out comb.
You see something getting in front of the camera, that's bees, not my finger.
And that's normal worker size comb, not drone size comb. So that's good too. You know, a lot of times beekeepers will say the wax could be the most important thing you have. There's a heavy frame. They're finishing that out over here to my right, and it's full of nectar on this side. So when you've been doing beekeeping for a few years, you'll end up with frames that are pulled out with wax, and they just have nothing in them after you extract the honey. So next year at the beginning, when the honey flow starts, then you're able to put a super on that's already got the wax built out. So instead of the bees having to spend a lot of energy to build wax, they spend their energy bringing in nectar and drying it down and making honey. So gives you a little leg up. This is you can still see the wires for the foundation. So this is a frame of foundation that we put in last week, and it was bare foundation, and now they're building out the comb. See how white it is?
Pretty and fresh.
Yeah, brand new, and they're putting nectar. If you put honey supers on that already have comb built, that also helps the bees dry out the honey faster, because they can spread it across a greater area and dry it out. Same thing here. New comb, nectar, drying it down to become honey. Remind myself, this is box 4. I'll look at one more frame up here. This one's heavy. So yeah, this is full on this side. It's not capped yet, but it is full of nectar, honey. So yep, now the next frame, it's foundationless, so they're building that out just like we saw on this side. I like for the bees to be able to build whatever comb they want. Sometimes they build drone comb, sometimes they build standard worker comb, but if that's what they feel like they need at the moment, then I'm happy to let them do it. So, that is all comb and honey. So that was box number 4. This is box number 3. Quick peek. What we're doing in here, we're seeing some white.
Excuse me. The pollen is up today.
I'm seeing some white in here. So they're clustered right there. Hopefully they'll start building that out with wax. What do you see? New comb?
New comb and some nectar in some of it.
Okay, so let's take a look at this side. Here's where they're starting to cap it. See all that white, brand new wax as they're capping that, as it becomes dry enough, down to about 18% moisture content, and they'll cap it. So, starting to make honey. Now, I'm still feeding these bees, so this isn't something that we would take off to eat. This will be winter stores for the coming winter. So there's a really nice frame. You've got brood in here, and then you've got honey around the edge. So as they, and I'm sure there's probably some pollen in there somewhere, as they feed the baby bees, they don't have to go far. The nurse bees don't have to go far for food.
Little bitty larva. I think I can almost see eggs. I think right there, possibly. And
So we'll take a look in the video and increase or take a snapshot of some of those frames of the video and see what we can see. Okay, this was full of brood. There's still some brood, but now they're taking where the brood is hatched and they're putting nectar in there. Is that one kept? No, it looks kind of weird to be a queen cell. I'm sorry?
What's inside that one?
It looks empty, but it just looks kind of weird. I'm not sure that will turn into an actual queen cell. Brood. Yeah, looking good. Lots of open brood there. Look at one more frame here. Into the lower boxes. We've got drone brood.
Some drone, some regular, some honey.
Nothing
Big
surprising. So one of the things that we do when we open up the hive, we take the time to as we're going through the inspection, to smell as well. So sometimes if there is some sort of disease in the hive, then you'll be able to smell it. Things just won't smell it. So that's part of the inspection. We probably don't talk about it much, but there's a certain smell. It's picking up, so I don't see anything on the mount. Let's see if we can box it apart so we can move it to the camera. Okay.
So it feels like the temperature is dropping a little bit.
Getting a little cool now, it seems. So, we'll move this a little quicker. Now the noise level is picking up a little bit. Okay, that's nectar on that side and capped honey on this side. A lot of bees. Shake one of them off. Sit this one up here. The main point of interest on this one is to see if there's any brood in this second box or if there's any queen cells.
There's a little bit of brood.
Yeah, that's mostly on this side. Yeah, a lot of brood on this side. Yeah, nice. Lots of bees. This was the nuke colony that we got. Same here, a lot of brood. No queen cells. Everything looks good there. You see not only the volume is increasing, but the number of bees on my veil. This is why I always wear a veil. If they weren't on my veil, they would be on my face. That's just not a good thing to have bees climbing up your nose. Okay. It's got brood. Still got some drone brood. A lot of drone brood here.
They keep getting in the way of my camera.
Oh yeah. They don't like that camera. There's a lot of them on the camera.
Yeah.
Alright. Put this one back together. Take a quick peek.
Just clapping along with that lens. Here is
The Italians, which are generally calm.
but you're disturbing them. They're not happy.
Okay, Hector on here. Ooh, that wind's blowing. Just want to see if she's laying brood. Oh yeah, tons of brood, water brood. Even no food over here. But you're, yeah. See, the normal arc shape is not even here. She's completely filled this up with brood.
I have not seen some microbees like this number in a while.
So, put them back.
I mean, you can tell just because of the way they're getting in front of the camera.
Smoke. I guess go down. Put back together. Everybody will be happy when they get put back together. That's a heavy box there. Maybe 30 pounds or so. So that was getting cat. I think we talked a little about doing a long Langstroth hive at some point in the future, and this is one of the reasons where you know, the honey flow is not over. I have a lot of visitors here. I don't know if you can see.
You can see your face.
So the honey flow's not over. They're still bringing in a lot of nectar, and as they build out, if they're really busy, then the boxes will just keep growing. And sometimes I'm up here, sometimes it gets too high, so I'll take boxes off and find frames that are completely capped honey, pull them out, collate all the rest of them down into the remaining boxes and pull a box or two of honey off. But that's one of the reasons we're looking at either the Slovenian hives or long Langstroth hives, is because you work more with individual frames, taking them out to do honey extraction rather than 50-pound box at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to leave that feed off and mix up some more feed and bring jars down here. Okay. All right, so that's hive number 2. It's great. See the bees on your camera. We have hive number 1 that's got 6 boxes, lots of bees. This one is our nuke colony. So they just started this year, and they started with 5 frames, literally, in that bottom box, and now they're up to 5 boxes and still growing. So I think things are going to go great. So we'll finish this one up, and then we'll take a peek at hive number 3. See you in the bee yard.